It's almost summer, we're getting some rain, a lot of sun, so you know what time it is. It's time to mow your lawn. Today, I have here the Rokibot G7. Let's first get it set up and then have it do a lap around this yard, see what it can do, test out the four-wheel drive system, the independent suspension. Hell yeah, you haven't seen that before, right? Let's go check it out. The instruction manual we get with the Rokibot is super easy. You have here the package contents, how to install the base, and then how to activate the robot. So let's do that now. So we got the base installed, and that was super easy. You just attach the top part to the bottom shelf. There's a bunch of screws underneath. Then you clip the two halves together, and around the perimeter you'll see a bunch of screws that you need to attach directly into the ground so it holds it sturdy and is not going anywhere. Super easy. Next step is to attach the power cord to the base. That's super easy. Just align the clip here, and then we get a generous amount of cable so you can power this from pretty far away. Finally, we need to connect this huge power brick to the wall outlet. Just align the connector and it clicks in place. Let's plug it in. And in order to connect to the robot, we need to first power it on. We have here a pin, which is 4 zeros by default. And now it's doing a boot sequence. We need to turn on Bluetooth on our phone, which it is. After the boot sequence, we press and hold these two buttons to put it into Perry mode. And after a quick moment, the robot is recognized, connected successfully. Now that we connected to the robot, I just placed it in the charging dock, so it gets a bit of charge. Right now it has 44%, and we'll be back after it gets a bit of charge to do an actual map. So right now I'm gonna map this whole area. We're gonna go to Maps, start mapping. One nice option you have with this robot is either manual mapping, where you just drive it from the phone to set the desired borders for your yard, or you can just press the auto mapping button, where it's going to use the vision sensors to detect the borders and set the map for you. Another advantage of the G7 is the simple wire-free setup. You don't need any boundary wires, you don't have a complex setup process, and you don't need an RTK station. Here you can see it has no problem detecting the charging cable for the base and going around it, showing the true power of the vision and AI obstacle avoidance working in tandem. So after the mapping process is done, we need to assign the map to a specific robot, and for that we just click the bind button on the lower left, we choose the robot that we want to bind it to, and just confirm. And then we can start the mowing cycle. The Rokibot G7 also has some smart control for your effortless daily use. First and foremost, it has GPS anti-theft tracking. It also includes a rain sensor, so it can auto-pause in case it starts raining while it's working. It's relatively quiet with operation under 68 decibels, and it's super easy to clean due to the IPX6 water resistance. I thought it would be cool to also show you the robot's point of view, so I attached an action camera to its back wing. It's much easier to see how it notices obstacles and the thought process behind the avoidance with the camera mounted here. Also, the suspension working is much more evident in this shot. Even with the camera stabilization, you can see how uneven the terrain is, and the G7 overcomes that without issues. After the Rokibot G7 was done mowing all this area, it returned to the charging station to get a bit of charge. And just looking around, I can see the lawn is very nice and even. There are no outliers, no taller grass anymore. Although this wasn't in such a bad shape before to really show the capabilities of the G7. It did a very good job just leveling everything out and making it look pretty again. The suspension on the front part worked really well, and you could see all throughout the mowing process, the four-wheel drive really helped it get out of some situations. Even though we don't really have a very uneven terrain here or high slopes, I am very confident in the four-wheel drive system of the G7 that it can actually tackle much harder terrains than this. After the initial mowing stage, I lowered the cutting height to just 20 millimeters. So it's gonna be nice and low. And as you can see, there's already one streak from the initial pass. Let's get out of its way. And you can clearly see the difference between the 20 millimeter and the 60 millimeter from before. You can actually see the difference now, if we get down low, between the passes that it did. There's a bunch of mowed grass here, all along this line. It also slows down when it detects higher grass. And then it just keeps going. And perfectly mowed. The suspension is really helping it. Although this is not a very uneven terrain, it has a lot of bumps and holes in it. The suspension makes light work of that. If we really zoom in, we can clearly see a difference between this area where it was mowed at 2 centimeters height and this area where it was mowed at 6 centimeters height. Although now I increased the mowing speed to the maximum, which is 1 meter per second, it has no problem cutting this grass to a very even finish, doing a very good job of that. Let's test the obstacle avoidance with this cute deer. And the robot detected it and it's adjusting course. There's also a shovel in its way, and it's doing a good job of avoiding that as well, and just mowing around the obstacles. Even something as small as a PET bottle, it doesn't have any issue recognizing it and going around it. The handle of the shovel, yep, go around that as well. What about the bottle in the shadows? Yep, recognized. And going back. So after we did a flat lawn, I want to take the G7 and test the slope capabilities and also using it in much taller grass to see how it handles that. Let's give it a go. And here we have a good comparison of the before with very tall grass, and then after. Very nice results, and it's also a pretty steep hill, as you can see, and the G7 managed to do this no problem. So it was a successful day in the yard with the Rokibot G7. After I lowered the cutting depth to only 20 millimeters, it managed to properly take care of this lawn. And honestly, if you're looking for one, I have no problem recommending this. It's very powerful, it's very fast, you have a bunch of adjustment, you don't need an RTK station, and if you want to learn more about it, and why not maybe even pick one up, there's going to be links down in the video description. Go check them out. As always, if you like the video, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more tech videos like this one, and I'll see you next time.